Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you today how to print a larger image than what your sublimation printer limits you to. So for mine, I'm limited to 8.5 by 11, and I have the Epson EcoTank 2760. So if you want to see how I do it, just keep watching. So you're going to go into your Silhouette Studio, and I actually don't use a Silhouette Cameo or anything. I am a Cricut user, but I use their free software for printing my sublimation images. So you're going to go to File and Open, and then you're going to grab the image it is that you're wanting to sublimate, and you select OK. And then of course you're going to have to resize it. So I go to my arrow key, click on the image, and it is huge. So just to get like a quick, oh wait, actually go back, because you want to lock it so the aspect ratio stays the same and it doesn't distort your image. So I'm going to start with like 10. And why isn't it letting me? Let's try height. Okay, well I guess I'm going to have to do it manually. So basically you're going to resize your image. Today Silhouette Studio doesn't want to cooperate with me for some reason. So I'm just going to keep making it smaller and smaller until it's about the size I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, so now you're going to go over here. For machine, you'll select none, cutting mat, none, media size printer 11 by 8.5, and I'm gonna put it on portrait mode for this one. And I'm sublimating this onto a pretty big hoodie. And so I'm going to probably do about, I'm thinking, for this one, I'm going to make it, I kind of use the paper back here as a reference for how big I want my image to be. So right now it's 12 inches tall, which is pretty big. And I'm actually going to make it a little bit wider. So I'm thinking that's good. So although we can make this image bigger, I'm going to want to stick with 2 sheets rather than using 4 sheets to make this image. So I'm going to keep it within the limits for height. That way I can, you'll see when I explain further. But basically you want to keep it where it still fits height-wise on the paper. So now I can make it a little bit wider. And what I'm going to do is, right now it's 9.5 wide by 10 tall, and 10.8 to be exact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it here and slide it off the paper. And you kind of want to remember this reference of like, okay, it split off at the F and right before inside. And whatever is shown here on the paper is what's going to print on my sheet of paper. So I'm going to go to File, Print, and I'm going to print this half of the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send that to my printer, select OK, and it's loading. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this other half and move it like this. So remember we split it right where these F's were, but I like a little bit of overlap, so I'm actually going to slide it just like that. And then I'm going to once again go to File and Print. And I have another video on my sublimation printer settings if you want to go back and look at that. So I already have it set to flip horizontally and on my presets for sublimation. And so I'm just going to print that, and I will come back to show you guys what I do after it's printed and how it comes out. Okay, so now that we did that, it prints out in the halves like this, exactly how we had it on our sheet on the silhouette. So I just flip them over and I line up the images, and then I will tape it with heat tape. And I'm sure all of you are familiar with heat tape, but I will just tape it down the seam and line it up. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. So here is how it looks all done. And we obviously printed bigger than 8.5 by 11. So if this helped you out, please give it a like and subscribe. I will be doing some more stuff like this soon.